Hey, Carnivore friends, how are you? It's been a long time since I posted something. And tonight I'm by myself, home alone, and I was like, wait a minute, I'm just gonna chit chat a little bit. And I've been looking through old, um, um, some old notes when I first started doing carnivore. And actually, in the beginning, I lost a lot of weight. I can see that in the pictures and in the videos. But at some point, I had a stall. I looked at February of this year, and right now it's June. So about 4 months ago, um, my waist was 102 centimeters at the biggest point, and 87 centimeters at the smallest point, which is about 40 inches and 34 inches. And it's exactly the same. So I think I haven't lost weight, but the other day I ran into a friend and we haven't seen each other in a couple months. And she said, "Hey, you look skinny." And I'm like, "Well, I don't know. Could have been the clothes that I was wearing or something, but I've seen her. And in my opinion, I haven't lost weight, but I do kind of notice when I look in the mirror, my face a little bit. So this is the stubborn fat. Like I don't really have a lot of fat on my butt, thank God, and not on my legs. But it's for me, it's here, and it's here, and it feels like it's gonna be there forever. So even though I lose weight, but I don't know. So this stall, I've been doing carnivore for uh 1 year and 8 months. So since October 2023. And like I said in the beginning, I was losing, losing, losing. And at some point, I had this stall, and I'm guessing it's more like a mental thing, psychological, because whenever I do lose like a little bit, tend to sabotage myself. So I know exactly what to do. Um, I really want to fast, but I'm just afraid to go hungry. And like food is still a bit of an entertainment for me. So yeah, I had this phase like for a month or so where I started adding protein powder to my yogurt. And I know yogurt, a full fat yogurt, I'm not really supposed to do that, but it's like 4 carbs per 100 grams. So, but it's still, I do feel like it's the highlight of my day, so it's still very addictive. I just can't seem to get off it. And if I don't eat that, I will eat cream in my coffee and a whipped cream, like 100 milliliters, something like that. And I will eat cheese. We have this raw farmer's cheese, and it's really delicious. But I'm not gaining weight, so that's good. I'm definitely not gaining weight. And, you know, like the devil on my shoulder says, like, well, this is what you're supposed to look. You're healthy, but I want to lose more weight. I want to be skinny, but I'm just so afraid to. I don't know why that is. Like it's a mental blockage, and I think it really has to do with my former eating disorder. There's something that I can't really pinpoint it why I can never push myself. Um, every now and then we cheat a little bit. Not the big cheats like the full on mega cheats like you buy a whole bag of groceries. I just can't. I get sick. But now we had some strawberries in the backyard, fresh in the backyard, and I had a couple of them, and they were like, so sweet. Um, and after that, I got like this cold, and I'm like, okay, am I going crazy? Is this really what is the effect of strawberries on my health? Am I getting this sensitive? I don't know. So yeah, this last Sunday we went to Amsterdam and we had like a food festival, and I didn't want to be like the last time we went there, a month before, there was something else, and I had sparkling water and two sausages, and that was it. I was so proud of myself, but I felt really dull. Like everyone around me was drinking, and everyone around me was eating lots and lots of sugary stuff. And yeah, and you get kind of jealous, but at some point I'm like, should I not put myself in this situation ever again? But then, yeah, maybe I should go on Facebook in Holland and then find some carnivore friends where we could just drink sparkling water and talk about life and fry up some steak. That's what I really want. um, yeah, so I think I'm gonna do that. Um, I don't really like Facebook because you have to use your real name, and then all the old friends from high school and kindergarten, and they will come and try to be your friend, and I'm like, okay, but it'll be fine. Anyway, so the protein powder, I quit that. Yeah, because it gave me a little bit of a headache, and I'm not sure if you're never really sure what it is. Is it like a virus you picked up, or is it something I ate? So, yeah, I've also been making like the carnivore pizzas, and it's carnivore. It's pizza crust. You put it in the oven, and then you add cheese and like salami and chorizo, all the sausages and cheese on it, like cheddar cheese. But um, it's really good and it tastes like real pizza, and it's almost, yeah, it's just so good that it can be carnivore, right? So I think that really adds up. Um, I have a little bit of stress, I have to admit. This Sunday, I'm going to have a housewarming party because I moved to this town and I'm really happy living here with my boyfriend. And every now and then we have his kids come over, and it's yeah, life is wonderful. But my relatives haven't seen my house yet after 6 months of living here, so I decided to throw them a party. And there's like 10 or 12 people coming, and some of them are vegans or vegetarians, or I don't know what they're eating or drinking, but it's mostly sad diet. And I've been really nervous because you should take a look at my grocery cart. Yesterday, it was full with things I never ever buy, but I really want to eat. So that's kind of tempting to have that in the house Sunday night. So, yeah. But I'm also kind of nervous because, yeah, I don't know. I'd rather not talk about carnivore because it's just so misunderstood. And it kind of makes me feel a little bit sad that, you see, yeah, I even, participate by feeding them cake and whatever, you know, sugary stuff and grains and bread. Um, so it's like I want to avoid confrontation. So I could just say, hey, you're in my house. I'm a carnivore. This is what's here. You can have some meat or some eggs, but no, they will never come back. But anyway, so yeah, it's a bit. I've known I'm giving this party for 3 months now, and I'm a little stressed out. So, and what do I do when I'm stressed out? I tend to eat, and the only go-to I have is with carbs is my yogurt. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm still addicted, I have to tell you, but not as much. But overall, very, very sensitive to grains and sugar and plants and fruits. Yeah, I immediately feel it. I get headaches. I get a cold. I never have that. It's just when I cheat. So, yeah, and I don't do that very often, but it's always tempting when you have everything in your house. but I have to deal with it. There's no other way going around it. Anyway, so let me know in the comments if you are suffering from self sabotage and you are in a weight loss stall and how you can break through. I need the advice and help. So, thank you. I love you. Be safe. Have a great day. Bye bye.